So this lady has made history in Barbados by becoming the first blind person to participate in the Run Barbados event. Blind runner and member of the Barbados National Organization of the Disabled, Eudalie Wickham-Ashby, is with me now. Good morning, Mrs. Wickham-Ashby. Great to have you with us. How are you?
Good morning, Neville. It's great to be with Smile Jamaica, with TV Jamaica. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you got it right. It's Smile Jamaica, and we are TVJ.
Yes.
You got it right. Let me start there, and then I'll go backwards. Why you wanted to go run a 5K, and what kind of training did you put into all of this?
Well, for several years, I wanted to run, and I would ask my colleagues at work if they would practice with me. And for whatever reason, there would always be some event or something that would prevent that. And I just wanted to experience it, because as a child, I used to run. So I just wanted to experience it again. And the preparation was pretty cool. Dr. Tony Nichols, she visited Canada and ran in a marathon and saw blind people there running. So she came back all eager to run with a blind person, and I raised my hand. So from approximately early September last year, we started training.
Did it matter to you whether you won or come last or not? You just wanted to do the race?
I just wanted to participate. I just wanted the feel of the freedom of being able to run and, not bump into anybody, bump into any pothole or anything like that. So just wanted to run, just wanted to be free to do that.
What was the feeling like at the end of the race?
Oh, it was exhilarating because I'll tell you a little secret. When we reached the area to run, this was in Belle Plaine, St. Andrew on the east coast of Barbados, I was okay. And then when we started to warm up, people came up and started congratulating me and telling me how courageous I am and so on. And I got so nervous because I didn't expect that, but I became so nervous. But after the race, it really was a tremendous feeling, just being able to run alongside Tony and not be bothered about anything, but just experience that freedom, that feeling of the wind, being in tune with the world, being one, Yep. It really was a great feeling.
Yep. So is it out of your system now, or you have a little bug now and you want to do a 10K and then a marathon and then come to Jamaica and all kind of stuff? Huh?
But listen, it isn't out of my system. I want to run again. And actually, some friends of mine in Grenada and the Bahamas have been inviting me to come over and run there. So I'm really keen to participate, because it's a form of advocacy as well, because I'm allowing people to see, look, here we are as people with disabilities, we can participate, we can be easily included in sporting events, in various activities. And it's also a way for many persons with disabilities who lead very sedentary lifestyles to become active, to be moving and keep your body fit and keep away some of the non-communicable diseases,
Yeah. So you're now an international superstar, are you? That's just absolutely amazing. Runner, social worker, motivational speaker. Do you sleep at all?
Yes, some people question that though, but I do get some sleep.
Where did this passion come from to what you do, to be a social worker? You kind of give off yourself to help other people. Where did this come from?
This started several years ago when I attended the first meeting, my first meeting with BARNOD, the Barbados National Organization of the Disabled. I heard several young people like myself speaking about the disadvantages, the discrimination, the stereotyping that they experience. And the one that really fired me up was this young lady speaking about sitting the 11 plus, what we call the common entrance exam in Barbados, and her grandmother would not allow her to go to secondary school. And that burned me. So I think that ignited my passion, my fire. So I started advocating from then, because even though I had my vision impairment from childhood, I still had a normal life, like a normal life. My parents made me do household chores. They sent me to grocery shop. I went to the regular primary and secondary schools, you know. So I was really torn when I heard some of those stories. So that's where the passion ignited.
Yeah.
And then, of course, seeing other young people without disabilities and some of the elderly, how they were mishandled, you know, my interest and passion for social work grew.
Oh, I'm so impressed. You're also a radio host. My co-host is a radio host, so she's a little nervous that you might want to come and take her job. But tell me about Vision.
No, I'm a partner.
Tell me about Visions.
Okay, Visions is a 30-minute radio program. It used to be hosted by the legendary Carson Small, who was blind himself. And this is with the Starcom network. Years ago, it would have been the Rediffusion Service Limited. So after Carson died, I offered my services to host the program. And I must say that I am really pleased with the comments, the feedback that I received, because many persons are very informed through the programs, and it's open. So I speak to people with disabilities, I speak to parents, caregivers, friends, co-workers, people in the medical fraternity, legal fraternity. So I open it up so that people get different perspectives around disability and how some of the issues confronting people with disabilities can be handled, can be managed, and really look for solutions.
Okay, it's talk radio.
Yes, it's talk radio.
Okay.
On one of the popular radio stations.
Yeah, great. As we come to the end of the interview, what do you say to people with disabilities? And you said it earlier, that some people think, well, I can't do this, and some are embarrassed, some are a little scared. What do you say to those people? Because they can do it, because you've proven that, haven't you?
Of course. Love life. Love your life. I think that's one of the biggest things that we need to do. Love ourselves. And sometimes that's a bit tough because society, family, sometimes oppress us so much. They tell us so much negativity that we start to believe it. But we need to shed ourselves of that self-doubt, that negativity that is forced on us many times, and start to really love ourselves. Love the fact that you're blind. Love the fact that you're in a wheelchair. Yes, you may not like some of the experiences, but the greatest thing is that you're alive. You have opportunities to celebrate the fact that you can connect with another human being and give them encouragement, or use your time, your talent to help someone else. And I think once you value yourself like that, you will enjoy life. And sometimes you can't back down. You have to be a bit confrontational, not in a bad way, but confront the issues and confront some of the systems that are keeping us under suppression.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with you, ma'am. Final question, and you mentioned earlier that you just wanted to run and not drop in any potholes. I've been doing this show for a long time, and we've had people here with disabilities, and it's a thing in Jamaica that don't have ramps. There are holes on the sidewalks and stuff. What about Barbados? Are you okay with stuff like that, or are you something? And I'm not saying, don't want to say something like Jamaica, because I think it's all over. We don't do this deliberately.
It's all over.
Yeah.
We're one Caribbean, and at the end of the day, we have roads that need rehabilitated. You know, they have the sidewalks that are broken, the poles that are in the center, and so on. But the fight continues. The advocacy is ramping up, and now that Barbados has passed legislation, disability, discriminatory legislation, that gives us even a stronger leg to stand on. So now we can fight even stronger and a bit more strategic, so that a lot of what we are aiming for can be achieved, and really build out a better society that is more accessible and more inclusive for the younger generations of people coming up with disabilities.
Boy, I'm absolutely impressed with you, ma'am. I thank you so very much for sharing your story. God bless you, and I love you. Keep running.
Well, God bless you, and I love and appreciate TVJ and the work that you're doing to help with the advocacy around people with disabilities and other vulnerable groups, because the economic sense of helping people with disabilities allow the other segments of the society to benefit as well. So when we put in around, the elderly benefit, people who have mobility issues benefit, but also those individuals who have to use trolleys to deliver goods also benefit. So, everybody wins.
Brilliant. Run, come to Jamaica. I love you.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Blind runner and member of the Barbados National Organization of the Disabled. She does so many things. Amazing to have a chat with Mrs. Eudalie Wickham-Ashby. That's it for the Caribbean Check-In this morning.